Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray, and we are here to jump into episode 12 of The Next Prince. So, last episode, we had the first of the competition, the first round of the competition, the wit competition. Basically, it was just a debate. Not really a debate. It was more just a interview. I don't know. They weren't debating each other on the hot topics of the country or anything like that. They just said what they thought the most important. Well, I guess no. They were each asked three different questions, and they answered them according to what was important to them politically and socially for their country. We also found out that Ramin's dad rigged the voting, presumably with the other guy's assistance. I don't know. Maybe he had something to do with it. Because it's his system, right? That's running all of the voting and stuff like he's hosting everything because he doesn't have an heir, presumably. Although I still think there's a chance for him to bring out a bastard child or something like that last minute. But I mean, they wouldn't be eligible for this competition, right? Because that would be last minute, you know. Either way, the voting was rigged. Ramin thought he won something, but his dad couldn't wait to rub it in his face that he was less than. So, you know, now he's going into the second round, the archery round, feeling, conflicted, feeling doubt, severe doubt. I don't know why this guy decided to do that. Like, wait until the end. Like, let his confidence be high. You know? Like, so that he doesn't fumble the next two rounds, man. Like, he does not. It's because the only thing he can think about is pain being an incentivizer and fear. That's how he leads. He leads with pain and fear and intimidation, etc. Which is how he would lead the country, I'm sure. He's going to be just as bad as Pat right now, Grandpa right now, you know. Sorry, he's not Pat. Pat is dad. But like, yeah, he's gonna be just as bad as the current king. So get him out of here. But either way, we've started off the second round. They've run into the woods off their little, their little mockingbird. What was it called? Not mockingbird. What was the first one? Hunger Games. Off their little Hunger Games pedestals. Chasing the. I guess there's going to be a bunch of targets in the woods that they can shoot at. We're well into it. So we've got this episode. And I think there's 14 total, so I think we have 2 more episodes after this. So we're coming up on the end, and then after this, I'm going to start on Pit Babe Season 2. So you'll see that replace this. If you're on YouTube, I'm going to work, I swear to God, I'm going to work on editing Pit Babe Season 2. Pit Babe Season 1 was actually really tough to edit. Because Aichi kept dinging me, but I'm hopefully ahead enough that I can give myself time to put up the episodes, see if they get dinged, clear them before I get caught up on YouTube. Okay, fingers crossed. So, stay tuned for Pit Babe Season 2. Also over on Patreon, I'm starting the BL Desire, the series. So check that out as they're coming out. Those are coming out. Both those are coming out later this month into August. I also am starting the GL Whale Store, XOXO, starting Milk Love. So if you're interested in that, check that out on Patreon first. It'll get to YouTube, of course, eventually. But I usually try to get like 3 or 4 weeks ahead on Patreon. So also... same with The Next Prince. So if you want to jump ahead to the finale on Patreon, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go over to Patreon and see them early. But, you'll get all of these on YouTube, so no worries about that. I don't have to cut the next prince down or anything like that. Pit Babe is going to be cut down because I can never put the full episode on there. Not just because of the raunchiness, but also because Aichi doesn't let us do that. So, all right. Enough talking about the channel. Let's just watch this episode. Let's get into it. All right, y'all. Episode 12. All right, what you been up to? Not this, like, it's not like a regular note or letter. It's like a, it's like a full invitation. Like you're inviting them to like an engagement party or something. Sorry, I'm actually a bit sick right now. So sorry if you can hear me like trying to clear my throat and stuff like that and sounding stuffy, because I am. I'm always getting sick, y'all. I don't know. I used to never get sick when I was younger. Like, maybe a handful of times. But now, oof. Getting older. Alright, everybody's kitted out. Is it because it's the second round?
ขอบคุณท่านมากเจ้าชายวสินทร์เตรียมงานได้เรียบร้อยแล้วก็ยิ่งใหญ่อลังการเกิน
ต้องขอบพระทัยฝ่าบาทองค์เจ้ามหาชีวิตที่ได้มอบหมายงานนี้ให้กระหม่อมได้รับใช้และขอบใจเจ้าชายชนาที่นำเทคโนโลยีมาช่วยนับคะแนนในรอบแข่งธนูครั้งนี้พะยะค่ะและในรอบนี้กระหม่อมขอบังอาจเชียร์หลานคณินนะพะยะค่ะ
ขอบใจมาก
This brown noser. That was a goofy thing to say in front of the other princes.
เอวาบ้างเหรอเอวาเนี่ยเก่งที่สุดเรื่องการยิง
That's also goofy. What? Just gracefully accept that. Like this is a crazy conversation to be having among the three people who are clearly invested in what's happening.
อย่าเพิ่งคาดเดาอะไรตอนนี้เลยดูการแข่งขันกันก่อนดีกว่า
Yeah, he ain't saying nothing because he has decorum. Sorry, I was talking about father. Shadan looks great in this jacket today. I feel like it's a little bit different from his
ยินดี
usual
ต้อนรับทุก
uniform.
ท่านเข้าสู่การแข่งขันราชประเพณีรอบที่ 2 ครับ ครั้งนี้เป็นการประลองความสามารถทักษะยิงธนู โดยผู้เข้าแข่งขันทั้ง 3 ตระกูลได้เตรียมความพร้อมเป็นที่เรียบร้อยแล้วครับ
This is even more like the Hunger Games. The projections and everything.
เป้ายิงธรรมดา เป้ายิงรูปนก เป้ายิงรูป
Birds,
ม้า
horses.
เป้ายิงรูปงู โดยเป้าแต่ละชนิดจะได้รับคะแนนไม่เท่ากั
Is there one
เมื่
like?
อหมดเวลาการแข่งขันผู้ที่ได้รับคะแนนสูงที่สุด
Okay,
จะเป็น
no,
ผู้ที่
just
ชนะ
those.
การแข่งขันในรอบนี้
Obviously to represent their families, as we just saw the flags. I thought there was going to be like one elusive target, but if you get it, you get like crazy points. Like a
การ
unicorn or
แข่งขัน
something.
ครั้งนี้มันไม่ใช่สะอาดแล้วนะเอวาลูกต้องทำทุกวิถีทางเพื่อเอาชนะการแข่งขันในครั้งนี้
No pressure. It's okay, girl. Take a deep breath. I guess that's a question. Sorry. Have the other two been, like, I know they've been competing politically, but I don't know if they've been doing, like, well, we did in the beginning see them fencing each other. So maybe they are used to competitions. But, like, one thing that Kanin has on the other two is that we know for a fact that he is used to competitions, high pressure competitions. Like he's done the circuit as a fencer. So he's used to this, you know, the adrenaline that you feel and the anxiety and managing both of those things.
การตั้งใจแข่ง
I don't know
ช
about
นะ
the other two.
ก็เป็นอีกหนทางหนึ่งที่จะช่วยประเทศนี้ได้
Obviously, they've all been well. The other two have been preparing their whole
ถ้า
lives
ท่าน
for
พร้อ
it,
ม
so
แล้ว
maybe they're
กระ
okay.
ผมขอประกาศการแข่งขันยิงธนู ณ บัดนี้ 10
I'm so sorry, you guys.
8
I shouldn't film when I'm sick, but I can't get behind, so.
5 4 3 2 1 เริ่มได้
All right. Oh, there's a horse. Why are we shooting horses? Well, I guess because it represents the families, but still. These targets are not very difficult. Those are difficult, which they have the most points. I thought that they were... Listen, I'm going to be honest. I thought that they were going to be like showing the animals like run around and them have to, like the horse running, like a holographic horse running in the background and you got to catch it, or, you know, a snake slithering in the grass or something like that. Or maybe it's going to be a giant snake. But anyway, I thought since the birds were holographic that everything else was going to be holographic too. But looks like the horse and the bird, the horse and the snake are just regular targets on a tree. Okay, we are seeing that. Okay. Okay, so they can do the low-hanging fruit targets on the tree or the holographic ones that are running around. There we go. Okay, yeah. That's more like it.
Sorry นะ ดอกสุดท้ายเป็นของหญิง
I mean, everybody knew that she was going to be kind of the front runner on this particular course because this is her wheelhouse. Intermission? Oh no, he interrupted the broadcast. Got it. What?
เกิดอะไรขึ้นระเบิดควัน
It's got to be the guy with no heirs, right? Like, why do this? Or are we up in the ante? Are we making the hunt like... It doesn't feel like this was planned. This feels like... sorry, it doesn't feel like this was part of the competition. This feels like it's something else.
ให้คนรีบออกไปตามหาคณินด่วน
ส่งทหารออก
And
ไป
the
ที่เกิด
others.
เหตุด่วน
นี่มันอะไรกันแน่เจ้าชายวสินทร์มีนานครินทร์มีการก่อการร้ายด้วยเหรอ
มีนานครินทร์ไม่เคยมีการก่อการร้ายยังไงขอให้เราได้ตรวจสอบก่อน ยังไงฝ่าบาทและเจ้าชายทรงวางพระทัยเถิดพระยาค่ะ
เราจะให้ลูกสาวเรามาเสี่ยงแบบนี้ไม่ได้นะ
คนของอัศวเทวทินน่าจะไปตรวจสอบดูแล้วนะ
ต้องขออภัยด้วยทุกท่านขณะนี้เราไม่ทราบว่าเกิดอะไรขึ้นที่สนามแข่ง ยังไงขอเรียนเชิญไปที่ปลอดภัยก่อน เชิญด้วย
So somebody, ooh, this brown jacket he's got on looks good. All right.
น้องหญิง เป็นอะไรไหมพี่คนนี้ระวัง
Oh Jesus. Well, let's get some cover. Yeah, if y'all got arrows, fire back. Like, fuck them. There's whole ass assassins in the woods.
นี่มันธนูสีเดียวกับพวกเราเลยนี่
They're making it seem like y'all killed each other.
มันเป็นกับดักมันตั้งใจวางแผนตบตา ให้เหมือนพวกเราฆ่ากันเอง
ไปกันเถอะ
Yeah. Pick up the arrows. Let's get the fuck out of here.
ไหวไหมน้องหญิงเดี๋ยวพี่ช่วย
Come on.
พี่ไหวใช่ไหม
Pick up. You can carry her and pick up his bow. Pick up his stuff. So that he has a weapon once you get where you're going. Yeah, people are dead, bro. Do we have walkies? We're in the modern world. We got all this technology. Ain't nobody got a walkie? Call in. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Say more? There's people dead on the ground? Like, say more than that, please. Ooh, he looks great in this jacket too. Oh, I love this little strip of cloth. Ooh, she looks good. All this, they look great, y'all. Their attendants. Pause. Were they lovers? Ava and her coach? Cause I slightly got a vibe, but I also didn't. We also didn't have any setup of that if they are lovers, and I wish they would have given us more. If they are lovers and we just didn't know, I don't know how I feel about that. But if they're not lovers, I'm fine with that. Like, I'm okay with that. But it just occurred to me just now that the two people, obviously, the three people that ran in there are the people that are closest to our princes and princesses, right? And it's their specific guards or whatever, attendants. And two of them are lovers, or four of them are lovers or whatever. And I was just wondering, like, is she also her lover? Or is she just, you know, purely a friend, coach, mentor, that kind of thing? Mm.
เสด็จพ่อรบเป็นห่วงคณินพระยาค่ะ
ยังไงคืนนึงก็ต้องปลอดภัย
ขออนุญาตพระยาค่ะ
Hey, what's up? I hope you ain't do none of this.
กระหม่อมขออภัยที่หลบหนีไปพระยาค่ะ
เมื่อหลบหนีไปแล้วกลับมาทำไม
ความจริงแล้วกระหม่อมไม่มีเจตนาที่จะหลบหนีไปพระยาค่ะ แต่การถูกจับตามองอยู่ตลอดเวลาทำให้ทำงานได้ไม่สะดวก แต่กระหม่อมทำตามที่ฝ่าบาทรับสั่งทุกประการนะพระยาค่ะคือการตามหาคนร้าย
Yeah, it's gonna end up being the guy that doesn't have any
และนี่คือ
heirs.
หลักฐานที่กระหม่อมรวบรวมมาได้ทั้งหมดพระยาค่ะ
And it would make the most sense for him to do this stuff because he doesn't have any heirs, so he doesn't actually care about any of them, you know? Like, he doesn't have any emotional investment in any of those kids. So, you know, maybe he's killing all of them so that the reason that they choose the next king is not based on their kids, and so he can have a fair shot. Or maybe he's just bitter about something else. I don't know. But obviously that's what we're about to learn here. If it's not the guy without kids, I will be shocked.
Fabat.
ทำตัวตามสบายเถอะ
กระหม่อมคิดว่าไม่สมควร
ที่เราเรียกทนายมาในวันนี้ก็เพราะมีเรื่องสำคัญจะคุยกัน
If it's the dad, if it's the father, I'm gonna lose it. But it wouldn't make any sense for him to kill his
ให้ค
wife.
วามร่วมมือกับเรา
ให้กระหม่อมร่วมมือกับฝ่าบาท
ใช่และที่ต้องปิดเรื่องนี้เป็นความลับ ห้ามบอกใครแม้แต่องค์เจ้ามหาชีวิต
กระหม่อมไม่เข้าใจฝ่าบาทไม่วางใจในองค์เจ้ามหาชีวิตเดิมไหมครับ
ไม่ใช่ว่าเราไม่วางใจเสด็จพ่อนะ แต่ที่เราต้องทำทุกอย่างก็เพื่อความปลอดภัยของคณิน เราเคยเสียเขาไปแล้ว เราไม่อยากเสียเขาไปอีก
ฝ่าบาทหมายถึง องค์เจ้ามหาชีวิตไม่หวังดีต่อท่านชายคณินหรือเปล่าครับ
สำหรับเสด็จพ่อ
Everybody's a
พระอง
pawn.
ค์ทรงเห็น
Yeah.
แก่อัศวเทวทินเหนือสิ่งใด ถือว่าเห็นแก่คณิน ร่วมมือกับเราเถอะนะ
ตอนนี้เจ้าชายรัชตะได้วางแผนสมรสคนใหม่ไปให้ท่านชายคณินครับ
เจ้าชายรัชตาคงมีแผนแล้วสิ
ตอนนี้ยังไม่มีเบาะแสที่แน่นอน แต่เป็นไปได้ว่าอาจจะไปสืบข่าวหรือรอบทำร้ายครับ
โค้ชคนนั้นชื่ออะไร
โค้ชโจครับ
ส่งประวัติโค้ชโจให้ผมดี
ได้ครับ
Yeah, I'm just gonna let this play out because I don't understand fully what this is revealing. Like, obviously he's discovering something from his resume.
ผมมีเรื่องให้ช่วยหน่อย
เรื่องอะไรหรอครับ
โค้ชโจ โค้ชโจเคยเป็นทหารที่ผู้ชงพิสุทธิ์แล้วอยู่ๆ ก็ได้เป็นนักฟันดาบระดับประเทศ แค่เพียงเวลาไม่กี่เดือน
He obviously has a backer. Yeah, we get it. Are we saying it's gonna end up being him?
แรกเริ่ม ผู้ชงพิสุทธิ์น่าสงสัยเป็นอย่างยิ่ง แต่พอหาความจริงแล้วกลับพบว่าผู้ชงพิสุทธิ์เป็นเพียงแพะรับบาปพะยะค่ะ
Yeah, we got that. All right, well, gotta tee up the suspense, I guess. What's the key bit of evidence that's going to clear things up for him and make all the pieces fall into place? Yeah.
ตั้งใจให้เราทำร้ายกันเลยสินะ
ถ้าเกิดคุณโดนจับก็เท่ากับว่าคุณโดนเก็บนะครับ เพราะฉะนั้นให้ความร่วมมือผมเถอะครับ คิดซะว่าทำเพื่อท่านชายคณินก็ได้
เรื่องมันเป็นอย่างนี้ได้ไง
กระหม่อมมั่นใจว่าคงไม่มีเรื่องอะไรมาถึงฝ่าบาทพะยะค่ะ
Yeah, he had no fucking
ฝ่า
clue
บาท
about the
เพียง
poisoning.
ทำตามคำแนะนำของเจ้าชายวสินทร์
ไปจัดการมาให้เรียบร้อยแล้วกัน
รับทราบพะยะค่ะ
Okay. The way he didn't even try to run when the truth was about to be out. Had absolutely no contingency. Alright, what was the key bit of evidence? It was just that conversation. Everything you've done was under Prince Wasim. Like, what if he was just saying that as we're gonna use Prince Wasim to cover this up? Like, that doesn't feel like foolproof evidence to make them, yes, it was him all along. I need more. Give me more.
ที่ป่าเนี่ยอันตรายมากเลยมีทั้งสัตว์ตาย แล้วก็กับดักหลายอย่าง
ผมดูจากพังแล้วมันมีช่องโหว่เยอะมาก มันเหมือนถูกวางแผนเพื่อก่อการร้ายครับ
ผมไม่เคยคิดมาก่อนเลยนะว่าจะเป็นเจ้าชายวสินทร์
I immediately fingered him for this. Because he ain't had no kids. So he ain't got nothing to lose.
แล้วคุณคิดว่า
He's never going to be king and he knows that. So, fuck it.
อำนาจ
ใครๆก็ต้องการอำนาจนะเนาะ ประเทศเราแม่งควรจะเท่าเทียมได้แล้ว คนเหมือนกันนะ จะอยากได้อำนาจไปเพื่อ
Indeed.
เพื่อให้ตัวเองเหนือกว่าคนด้วยกันไง
วันนี้นายเข้าไปเช็คของอีกแล้ววะ
เอาอีกแล้วเหรอเนี่ย
ดิ ถ้าไม่รู้ว่าบ้านเมืองสงบ กูคิดว่ากำลังจะมีสงครามมั้ยเนี่ย
Yeah.
มึงนี่นะ
มึงพูดอะไร
Oop. Hacking. ... I love how goofy this show is sometimes.
เชี่ย GPS
I think we needed to see more of this stuff earlier in the series. Maybe not everything, not all of the answers, but I think we needed to see them making these moves way earlier. And that these all should have been callbacks to little things that we've been seeing throughout the series or something.
พานคุมตัวเจ้าชายวสินทร์
ฝ่าบาทเจ้าชาย
This loyalty.
เสด็จก่อนพะยะค่ะทุกพวกเลยทางนี้พะยะค่ะ
Yeah, we're in his territory, so be careful.
ทางนี้พะยะค่ะ
I'm glad Pop Pop has gotten his chance to shine, by the way.
จับตัวเจ้าชายวสิงห์
Oh, oop. Rip to that guy. Oh, damn. Tell me we're not about to lose Bestie over here. What is he? Does he have any cover? It feels like he's just out in the open. Bestie, I mean. The dad obviously has cover, but... Y'all are using a ranged weapon. Oh, he showed up. Bay's here. Ooh, silencer. Finally, a silencer that doesn't actually fully silence. Because silencers don't really fully silence in real life. They just muffle, you know?
พระบาททรงเจ็บไหมพะยะค่ะ
ไม่เป็นไร
มาเจ็บตรงไหนหรือเปล่าพะยะค่ะ
If they are a couple, I will be elated, but at the same time, we would have paid them absolute fucking dust this entire series, and we definitely had the real estate to actually do a little love line between them. If the two ladies are actually, you know, together, we definitely had the time and the space, and we definitely could have done some adjusting to other storylines to make them tighter in order to give us room for them. So if they are together, I'm gonna be a little bit mad about it, about not actually seeing that build up or on screen. Even just like 2 or 3 scenes, you know, like spread out across a few episodes would have been okay.
กระผมสบายดีพะยะ
We
ค่ะ
don't need like a full storyline or anything. Yeah, get rid of the...
มีเครื่อง
It's
ติดตาม
tracking you, yeah. Yeah, everybody take your pin off.
แต่นี่เป็นของที่เจ้าชายวสินให้มา
Yeah. Yeah, he's the one doing this.
พะยะค่ะ กระหม่อมเลยตามหาฟาบาทเจอ และถ้ากระหม่อมหาเจอ
They can too.
คนที่ก่อกบฏก็จะหาพวกเราเจอ
And why are we
นี่
pausing
หมาย
in
ความ
our
ว่า
sentences?
ผู้ที่ก่อกบฏคือเจ้าชายวสินพะยะค่ะ เพราะตัวเองไม่มีทายาทเลยต้องกำจัดทายาทจากตระกูลอื่นงั้นเหรอ ถ้าทรงอยากรู้ความจริง ก็คงต้องออกจาก
Yeah,
ที่นี่ให้
let's
เร็ว
get
ที่สุ
the...
ด
Why are we standing here where we are next to the pins that we just established are tracking us? Like, throw the pins down, pick her up, and let's get the hell out of this specific area so that even if they are tracking us, we're not going to be tracked anymore because we dropped our pins here.
กระหม่อมไม่แน่ใจเหมือนกัน ว่าป่านี่จะมีกับดักอะไรอีก
Oh, that's true. So that's why he's hesitant to move.
แต่น้องหญิง
Fair
ได้รั
enough.
บบาดเจ็บ
Fair enough.
ไอ้ไหว
งั้นพวกเรารีบออกไปกันจากที่นี่กันเถอะพะยะค่ะ
And let's stick together. No splitting up.
ตามกระหม่อมมา
Full team. Okay? All right, well, we made it here.
กระหม่อมได้ให้ทั้งสองตระกูลแยกไปตามจุดนัดที่เตรียมไว้แล้ว เราจะกลับไปเจอกันที่กรุงดาวิน
I guess we split up still?
เป็นไรหรือเปล่าลูก ลูกไม่เป็นไรพะยะค่ะ
ท่านชายปลอดภัยดีใช่ไหมพะยะค่ะ
เราไม่เป็นไร
คนของเรามาหรือยัง
เรือใกล้ถึงแล้วพะยะค่ะ
Ooh. Oh, he got away.
พวกมึงคิดว่า
Why did we split up from the other 4 people? Why would they go to a different place? Like, let's stay together. Let's stay together. They're trying to kill all of us equally, theoretically.
จะหนีพ้นเหรอ
But I guess he wants to kill them the
เจ้า
most.
ต้องการอะไร
ไม่เลย กูไม่เคยต้องการอะไรจากคนเห็นแก่ตัวอย่าง
It's like nothing. I just want you
มึง
dead.
พรากคนรักพรากครอบครัวของกูไป
What
เดี๋ยวก่อน
did he do?
ใจเย็นๆ ค่อยๆ พูดค่อยๆ จากัน
Did he
แล้วเราจะ
kill
ให้
his
โทษให้เจ้า
heir?
และอนุญาตให้เจ้าลี้ภัยไปอยู่ต่างประเทศได้
No, I think he just wants you dead, sir.
กูสิต้องเอาผิดมึงฆ่าคนมามากเท่าไรแล้ว
But why kill the kids? Just gun this man down. Like, you have complete access to this man. Especially once he arrived here. Just shoot him. Why do all this pantomime and kill the kids? Like, they ain't have nothing to do with whatever beef you have with the king.
มึงคงไม่รู้ใช่ไหมว่าคนที่ฆ่าลูกเมียของกูก็คือปู่ของมึงเอง
Can we elaborate? I completely believe him. I 100% believe him. But I need more information.
แล้วเจ้ามาหาเราวันนี้มีเรื่องอะไร
ชายาของกระหม่อมบ้านเกิดอยู่ที่อัศวะเทวาทิน ตอนนี้เธอมีความร้อนใจเรื่องสภาพอากาศบริเวณเหมืองที่มีมลพิษเป็นอย่างมากพะยะค่ะ
ชายาของเจ้าเพิ่งจะกลับมาจากสวัสดิ์เทวาทินอย่างนั้นเหรอ
ไม่ใช่พะยะค่ะ แต่ว่าได้รับแจ้งข่าวจากทางครอบครัวพะยะค่ะ
แล้วทราบได้ยังไงว่าเป็นเรื่องจริงนะ
So he killed their family with
ก็
the mining?
ไม่มีเหตุผลที่จะต้องโกหกไม่ใช่หรือพะยะค่ะ
Or did he like have her assassinated?
แง่ดีซะเหลือเกิน
ครับผม
ฝ่าบาท ครอบครัวของหม่อมฉันไม่ได้โกหกนะเพคะ โปรดเมตตาประชาชนด้วยเถิดเพคะ
ใช่เมตตาอย่างไรล่ะ
หม่อมฉันอยากให้ฝ่าบาท รับสั่งให้บริษัทที่ได้รับสัมปทาน ให้จัดทำหลุมกบกากแร่นิรภัย เพื่อลดมลพิษ ไม่ให้ไปทำให้ชีวิตของประชาชนแถวนั้นลำบาก
So she had a literal solution to help with this. Is he slow? Is this just because of her lungs from living in, near the mines or whatever?
เป็นนั้นว่าเรารับทราบแล้วกัน
เป็นพระมหากรุณาธิคุณพะยะค่ะ เช่นนั้นกระหม่อมขอทูลลา ขอฝ่าบาททรงมีพระพลานามัยที่แข็งแรงพะยะค่ะ
ขอบใจ
เราอยากจะมาขอความช่วยเหลือจากท่านเจ้าชายรัชตะ อยากจะขอให้ท่านช่วยร่วมมือลงความเห็นชอบเกี่ยวกับกฎหมายทำเหมือง
กฎหมายเกี่ยวกับการทำเมืองเหรอ
เราได้ตรวจสอบเหมืองทองที่
So this is why he targeted all their families, is that none of them
ไม่ได้
helped.
มีการจัดการเรื่องมลพิษเลย จึงอยากจะขอความร่วมมือจากทุกตระกูล ให้เสนอกฎหมายกำกับดูแลเหมือง
ได้สิ เดี๋ยวเราจะช่วย
And all of them
ขอบคุณท่านมาก
betrayed that promise, I guess.
เราอยากจะมาขอ
Which
ความ
is
ช่วยเหลือ
definitely
จากท่าน
bad.
ให้คิดค้นเทคโนโลยีที่ช่วยกำจัดฝุ่นและมลภาวะ เพราะว่าตอนนี้ที่อัศวะเทวาทิน โดยเฉพาะที่เหมืองทองนั้นกำลังประสบกับปัญหานี้เป็นอย่างมาก
น่าสนใจนะ
Yeah, it's definitely
เอาคิดแบบไว
bad.
ๆเลย เราน่าจะทำเครื่องกรองอากาศเพื่อแก้ปัญหานี้
So them all having ideas of how we can actually help with the pollution, and not a single one of them actually put anything into place to do that. That's messed up. So what I was gonna say, I was hesitating a few times just because I got caught up in the dialogue, but she's obviously been coughing this whole time, so she's been struggling with her lungs because of the pollution and whatnot, because she grew up near the area where it's overwhelmingly polluted. Did she die just from that? Or are we saying Grandpa ordered her dead? Because Grandpa did look a little confused when he was on the pier and he said, "You killed my whole family." And he was like, he did look a little confused. So I don't think he considered what neglect as killing them. So maybe it wasn't like a direct assassination that the granddad did, but rather just his dirty, shitty politics and power-hungry neglect of the people that killed his family.
เป็นความคิดที่น่าสนใจท่าน
she is struggling. Yeah.
น้องหญิงพี่อยู่นี่
Yeah. She died anyway. And then they didn't do any of the stuff that they
ใช้กระหม่อม
promised.
นำเรื่องไปแจ้งคนงานที่เหมืองเลยหรือไม่พี่ยะค่ะ
ไม่ต้อง
พี่ยะค่ะ
น้องหญิง
Yep.
น้องหญิงของพี่
Oof. Yeah, that'd do it. And then he never married again, obviously. Totally understandable need for revenge. But why kill their kids? That's the only thing that I'm just not here for. Just do a run-up on all the princes and the king. Have them all assassinated at the same time. I mean, it'll definitely destabilize your country, but, you know. I guess he wanted to kill their loved ones or something. I don't know.
หลังจากปล่อยตัวยารักษาโรคปอดและโรคภูมิแพ้ ตอนนี้มีผู้ป่วยที่เข้ามารักษาที่โรงพยาบาลผู้ชมพิสูจน์มากขึ้นกว่า 200% พะยะค่ะ
He's making too much money from them being sick. That's why he doesn't help with the law, with the mining law, and helping with the pollution. They're just making so much money from people coming to the hospital. That's so evil. That's so evil, bro. Yeah, so she died, and then all the things that she tried to put in place to help the people.
น่าจะทำเงินได้มากทีเดียว
Oof. Not very profitable.
เราจะให้ฝ่ายคิดค้นและพัฒนาเนี่ยเร่งทำโปรเจกต์นี้ขึ้นมาเลยทันที
And the way he didn't do anything to help his wife. Yeah. Anyway, run up on all these princes, and that's fine. But killing their kids is crazy, because those kids didn't do nothing. But yeah, like I said, he probably just wants to take their loved ones away.
ว่าพระชายาทรงสิ้นพระชนม์ด้วยโรคคันเป็นพิษพะยะค่ะ
What about the
ตอนที่กูประกาศว่าเมียกูตายเพราะอะไรไม่มีเลยไม่มีใครสนใจเลยว่าเมียกูตายเพราะโรคนั้นไหมเมียกูตายเพราะว่าเป็นโรคมะเร็งปอดจากการทำเหมืองช่วยในความดูแลของมึงสุดท้ายมึงก็เป็นโรคมะเร็งปอดเหมือนกับเมียกู
that's what he's sick
แต่มึง
with.
ก็ไม่คิดที่จะแก้ปัญหาอะไรเลยมึงสนใจแต่กลุ่มนายทุนว่าพวกมันจะได้ผลประโยชน์ไหมแล้วมันจะสนับสนุนมึงไหมมึงสนใจแต่อำนาจในตระกูลของมึงว่ามันจะ
this man is ready to die for this, so I don't think
ไม่สนใจบ้านเมืองเลยมึงตายซะเถอะ
Oop.
มึงปกป้องมันทำไมมึงไม่รู้เลยว่าคนที่ทำให้แม่มึงตายก็คือมัน
Oop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I mean, if he did, we'll handle it. All right. All right. I mean, no.
ปาไปลง
Y'all got more guns than him. What is happening? Like before, when it was all of them in a row and it was pretty much gun for gun, I get it. But like y'all all have more. It's not like he grabbed the king and held the gun to the king's head. Like if he had done that, that would have, and it would have made sense because he was right next to the king. So him just suddenly grabbing the king and holding the gun to his head as a hostage would make complete sense. But this doesn't. Like, what? Why would they put their guns there? He has one gun and y'all have 10. This scene would make more sense if he had the king by the throat.
ขออภัยฝ่าบาท
Oop. You shot him point blank and you're a top elite guard and you shot him slightly to the side of his stomach? What are we doing? What are we doing? What? That was terrible. I'm so sorry. Why did he not shoot for his chest at least? At least center mass, man. Like, what are we doing? You were 2 feet away from him and you somehow shot him there? Goofiness.
มึงรู้สึกยังไงล่ะที่ถูกคนที่ใกล้ชิดที่สุดของมึงหักหลัง
Yeah, they probably all had people die from your stupid ass minds.
พี่สาวกูต้องตายครอบครัวกูต้องตายเพราะเมืองของมึง
Everybody pissed about the mines. Oh, so that's her. That's his sister. Oh,
ชายา
wow.
คนจะเป็นพี่สาววิรุณนั่นเหรอ
ก้มพึ่งมันไม่เคยแคร์คนรอบ
He never even looked into his
เลือดย่อม
assistant?
ข้นกว่าน้ำไม่ใช่เหรอ
เจ้ามาเข้าข้างข้าเป็นเพราะการนี้เหรอ
I mean, that doesn't
ไม่
mean
ว่า
what
จะ
it...
เป็นเหตุบังเอิญ
Well, it means
ควา
that
มตั้งใจ
now. So, language is
ผล
changed.
ลัพธ์มันก็
So,
เท่า
never
กัน
mind.
เนี่ยอย่ามาทำตัวเป็นเหมือนผู้ถูกกระทำหน่อยเลย
ต้องขอบใจวิรุณที่ส่งข่าวมาให้เรา กูถึงได้มองเห็นโอกาสแก้แค้นอีกครั้ง
กูอยากให้หลานลองดื่มชาเออร์เกรย์เพราะว่าเป็นชาที่นำเข้าจากอังกฤษ
ทันทีที่กูรู้จากวิรุณว่าไอ้คณินมันยังไม่ตาย กูก็ส่งคนไปจัดการมันทันที
Oh, okay. So it was him. Okay. All right.
พอแผนลอบสังหารที่อังกฤษล้มเหลว กูก็เลยรู้ว่าจะต้องแยกไอ้ชรันออกจากคณินให้ได้ ไม่อย่างนั้นแผนจะไม่มีวันสำเร็จ
ปลดจากหน้าที่โค้ชเจ้าชายคณินกักบริเวณห้ามพบเจ้าชายคณิน
เสด็จปู่อยากให้หลานแข่งราชประเพณีแพ้หรือพะยะค่ะ
ท่านชาย
แล้วกูก็ทำสำเร็จ
องค์เจ้ามหาชีวิตได้มอบหมาย
Sure.
ให้โค้ชท่านนี้เป็นผู้ฝึกซ้อมประจำตัวท่านชาย
กระหม่อมโคชโจพะยะค่ะ
แต่ไอ้โค้ชโจมันก็ทำพลาดเลยต้องเปลี่ยนแผนไปยืมมือไอ้รัชตะ
All right. So he did everything. I don't know. I think I would have enjoyed if some of it was the grandfather and some of it was what's his name? The other prince. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine though. It's fine. I mean, it's still his fault because
แต่มันก็เป็นแค่ไอ้ขี้ขาด
ทำไมเราถึงทำอะไรไม่ได้เลย
แกคิดว่าไม่มีหลักฐานเนี่ยจะเล่นงานพวกมันได้
ultimately it's his fault because of his shitty
สุด
practices.
ท้าย
But
กูก็เลยต้องเป็นคนลงมือเองในวันนี้ แต่กูแตะต้องอะไรมึงไม่ได้ กูก็ต้องทำกับคนที่เป็นความหวังของมึง
like all them catching strays.
เจ้าชายวสินทร์คุณวิรุณ ผมเข้าใจพวกคุณนะ แต่ฆ่ากันไปมันก็ไม่ได้มีอะไรดีขึ้นนะ
ไม่ต้องเกเนนไม่ต้อง เราเป็นถึงเจ้ามหาชีวิต พวกมันทำอะไรเราไม่ได้
I mean, you're sitting here with a gut wound, sir. For inexplicably instead of in your chest.
มึงแน่ใจเหรอ
Yeah, just shoot him. Just shoot him. Oh God, is he gonna run in front? Ooh, headshot. Somebody knows how to shoot here. Pop knows how to shoot. Why are we wasting time? Headshot City. Headshot City, y'all. Pop knows how to shoot, y'all. That was so good. Let's watch that again. Yeah, what the hell was that? We sat there and was just chatting. Like, you could at least gotten him like directly in the gut so that he's slow dying or something.
พ่อเป็นไงบ้างยังคิดถึงพ่อผมไม่เป็นไรนี่ไปก่อนนี่เดี๋ยวค่อยคุยกันฉะนั้นเดี๋ยวทางนี้เรา
Did your boy just get shot in the back? No, they did not. They did not just kill Chakri!
Chakri ทำไงดี
Hey!
Chakri
What the fuck, bro? Wow. Tell me that Chakri's not dead. Tell me we're gonna cut to him in the... What the fuck? We did not kill Chakri. That did not happen, y'all. That's some crazy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Listen, I do not know how to feel about that. Let's sit on it. We'll talk about it later. Let's talk about the rest of the episode. Obviously, we had the second competition interrupted by Prince Wasin's plan. I guess his goal wasn't necessarily not to get caught. It was mostly just to kill all the kids. Like, he was, you know, he was blowing up the spot right now. Like, I guess. Like, he was just like, I'm ready to just die. Like, and fair enough, you know, he had nothing to lose, truly. Truly did not have anything to lose. So I just feel like you know, obviously logically, if we step back from the emotional situation that he's in, it doesn't make any sense to kill these kids. Just do a run up on the king, right? Do whatever you like, especially the competition is the perfect time to do a run up on the king because he finally left his, you know, palace and came. Because remember, this whole season, he's basically been trying to invite this man here. And every time there's been some excuse or some reason he can't get there. So it makes sense to do the competition, and that's the only time he can get him into his territory so that he can actually do a hit on him. But like, just do a hit on the king. Do a hit on the king and all the princes who totally, you know, shat all over you and your wife and their sickness, etc. Crazy to get confirmation that the king is dying from the lung cancer from his own mines. Like, he's so greedy for money and power that he's willing to destroy his own lungs, including the lungs of his people, in order to achieve his goal. Like, he deserves that lung cancer, low-key. Low-key, high-key. He deserves that. For all the people that he killed, that his mining practices have killed, oh my God. So, it all comes back to the mining. That makes sense to me. They've done a good job of, like, you know, seeding that storyline throughout the entire conflict of the series. And making that kind of like the center point for a lot of Kanin's development as well. So it makes sense that that's the motivation for the antagonist, the secret antagonist as well. Oh man, that shit was crazy to listen to. He's making so much money from people going to the hospital that he's not going to help them with the medical advances and the mining law practices, restrictions and whatnot, because he's making too much money from people coming in sick from the mines. Awful. But totally believable. Totally believable capitalist kind of thing to do. You know, absolutely something Big Pharma does. 100%. The run up on prices on medicine and things like that because they make them bank. But the actual cost of creating those life-saving medicine being like a fraction of what the cost is once you actually have to pay for it. Like, yeah, that's a real thing that happens now in the US personally. So it's completely believable. Capitalists are the same everywhere. Please do not get it twisted. Don't matter where they're from, a capitalist is a capitalist, you know? And all they care about is money. Exploiting people to make more money. That's it. So, not surprising that these princes are pieces of shit, you know? And the king. And the king. Awful. So, again, I would have been completely fine if he was just killing them, but killing the kids is too far. Like, come on, man. They ain't have nothing to do with that. Yeah. Shakti better not be dead, y'all. Like, I'm gonna be so upset. Y'all know how much I love Shakti, how low-key he's been like my favorite character this whole series. Like, don't kill him! Like, Then again, we didn't have him die on screen in the end of the episode. So it makes me hopeful that we're gonna cut to him being in the hospital in the next episode. We have 2 more episodes left. We have time to have a little hospital arc for Shakti. I assume the competition is going to be postponed, given everything that happened. Oh my goodness. We still have to uncover what he meant by he's the reason that your mom is dead. Who was he talking to? Was it Kanin? Or was it Sharan? Or was it both? I think it's Sharan. I think he was talking to Sharan. Like the way he was, why are you protecting him? That was directed towards Sharan, which means that what we thought is, you know, what happened, that he did have something to do with the mom's disappearance. Which I guess, you know, like, to be fair then, that means that some of the stuff that happened is because of the dad, and some of it is because of Prince Wasim. Because I don't think Prince Wasim... Yeah, he didn't do whatever that happened, you know, years ago, back when they were kids, right? Like, back when Kanin was a kid. He didn't kill Kanin's mom. So that's still out there, and Sharan's mom's disappearance is still out there as a mystery to solve in the last 2 episodes. Yeah, we're definitely going to find out that the king was responsible, and that both their moms being gone have something to do with each other. You know, we're going to find that out, I think. Right? Or did I misunderstand? Did I misunderstand the, what he was saying? And all the reveals, maybe? I might have to watch that again and see if I maybe missed something. Could be. I could have possibly missed something. I was so upset about the goofiness of him shooting him in this clearly non-fatal area whilst 2 feet away from this man. 2 feet away from this man. And somehow you shoot. And it's not even like it was a non-fatal. It wasn't even like he shot him in a fatal area, but still, you know, giving him time to be alive enough to hear the whole, you know, this was my plan speech. Like, if he had hit him center mass in the stomach, he'd be slow dying, right? Still alive enough and awake enough to hear the whole speech about why I did what I did, but still dying. Still a more dangerous place to get shot, right? But shooting him sort of in the side, and we're probably going to find out that he missed all the vital organs or something like that. Even though, again, he's dying soon anyway. He's got lung cancer, apparently, so he's dying soon anyway. So we ain't got much time left with Grandpappy. But I still wish that hadn't been as goofy as it was. Like, and I also still wish that he had taken the king hostage, like grabbed him and was holding him at gunpoint. Yeah, but Dad came in, headshots everywhere. The only person he didn't headshot was the prince, who unfortunately, you know, was able to pop one off on Shakti. Yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see in the next episode. This one was a good episode. It was action packed. Other than the quibble I had with that blocking and some of the weirdness, like the other 2 couples just disappearing from the episode, even though there was no real reason for them to not be there. It would make the most sense for them to all stick together. But of course they didn't want to have them, for whatever reason, they didn't want to have them there on that scene. Even though nothing would have changed. Nothing would have changed. I just feel like there was some pieces missing from where they were to where everybody was to when they got onto the docks. You know? And there were some pieces missing with why they split up off from the... Like, there was a scene. Like, we could have used a scene to explain why the other 4 were going a different way than Shannon and Kanin. I'm okay if the answer is they went to be with their families to their extraction points, which I think they said something like that. But I just don't understand why, I guess. And maybe I'm not okay with it. I just don't understand why they decided to all split up, when the goal for everyone is to just get the fuck off this island. But I guess I can just explain it. I could just accept the explanation that they gave. I think they said, I do remember them saying something like they all went to a different, went to their dedicated spots or designated spots. I guess, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Let me think it through. Security. In security, when you have multiple high-profile people that you're protecting, I guess it does make sense that they would all go to different places, because if they're all in one place, then you blow them up and suddenly there's no leadership ever at all, because everybody else is dead. So that's why you don't have, like, for example, in the U.S., you don't have the president and the vice president all taking the same plane, and like several, like there's lines of succession, so you don't have them all in the same plane, and you certainly you don't want to have them all in a place where it's easily vulnerable and easily attacked. So fair enough. You know what? I take it back. I take back that criticism, because that makes sense now. Now I can sit and think about it. It doesn't make sense for them to split up, because if they all get killed, then there's no heirs. And if all the princes are in the same place, then, and they all get blown up, then there's nobody to inherit the throne. So split them up so that if one or two of them go down, okay, but the third one might get away. That kind of thing increases the chances for at least some of the bloodline to survive. Fair. Okay. I've resolved that in my mind, so wipe that from my criticism. But everything else, it was a very action-packed. It was very tense. Like, I was feeling, I will say this. I wish we had had more time with just the three, the Ramin, Ava, and Kanine, like having to work together in the woods and protect each other and like escape the traps and stuff like, because they were talking all this stuff about the traps in the woods, and we literally didn't see any. Like, we saw one ambush and that was it. And then they were on the docks, right? I wish we'd had more in the woods. Like, it had taken longer for Sharan to find them, and we had actually seen them have to rely on each other and, like, life and death in each other's. Like, I just wish we had just seen them bond. I couldn't want them to just bond and like each other. Like, I want them to get along. We spent so much time with all three of them. It would have been nice to have an episode that was focused on, or at least half an episode that was focused on them relying on each other for survival, truly, and like having each other's backs, and it'd be like, them, in the woods, and, having to, I guess we don't want to drag it out. So we don't want a whole thing where they're there overnight or anything like that, and having to survive in nature with each other. They're not that deep into the wilderness. But we could have had a few more scenes of them, running from assailants and protecting each other and shooting arrows and, jumping in front of each other and stuff like that. Just bonding, Would have been fun. Anyway, I don't think I have too much else to say. I just want to watch the next episode so I can see if Shaki's dead. If Shaki's dead, I'm over it. I'm done. Okay? I don't want it. Take it back. So, hopefully, we're going to find out they were able to rush him to the hospital and he's okay. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, y'all. All right. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Going over to Patreon if you want early access to this show, as well as early access and full-length access to other shows. I will be replacing The Next Prince with Pit Babe Season 2. Are you ready for Pit Babe Season 2? And then I'm also watching over on Patreon Desire, the series, the ABO Desire, whatever you want to call it. So I've watched the first 3 episodes of that. I'll actually be watching the 4th episode after this. And I'm caught up with that, obviously, so I'm watching week to week on that show. Before you ask, I actually am watching Revenge Love, but on my own. I didn't record any reactions to it. I'm sorry, guys. I know it's a very popular show. But I just didn't record. I just decided to, lay up in my bed and watch it on my own on my laptop instead of having the pressure of, reacting accompany it. So, but I am caught up on that. So it's okay. You can, you don't have to keep anything a secret about Revenge Love. What else am I watching? I finished up Petrichor. I just filmed the finale of that. So that'll be finishing up over on Patreon if you're interested in Petrichor, the GL. And like I said, Will Store XOXO, watching that. I'm also finishing up releasing Love Between Fairy and Devil. So Love Between Fairy and Devil replaced Till the End of the Moon. So I have all of Till the End of the Moon over on Patreon. I'm finishing up Love Between Fairy and Devil. You guys voted. So the next C-drama I'm going to be putting out over on Patreon is the story of Kuning Palace. I am working on editing these C-dramas down, you guys, so that I could put them on YouTube. So, but if you don't want to wait for me to be able to, safely put it up on YouTube, then feel free to jump over to Patreon, check them out. Like I said, all of Till the End of the Moon is up there, so you can just, subscribe for like a month, cancel your subscription, and then just binge it. Same thing with Love Between Fairy and Devil. By the time I'm sure you'll get to the end of that should be almost complete. I only have like maybe 5 more episodes of that. 4. Actually, I just released episode 32, so 2 more weeks. I'm releasing those 2 episodes at a time on Patreon, so 2 more weeks for that to be finished, and then I'll be releasing Story of Kuning Palace, also going to be released 2 episodes a week, because these are long series. These C-dramas are really long, 36, 38, 40 episodes. And then before the restriction, they cut it down to only 40, capping it at 40. Some of them were even longer than that. Like I recorded reactions to The Legend of Fae, and that was like 56 episodes. If you're interested in Legend of Fae, let me know, and I'll put it up on a poll too. I'm also watching some other stuff that I'm not releasing yet, but in terms of releasing right now, finishing up The Next Prince, about to start releasing Pit Babe Season 2, about to start releasing ABO Desire, about to start releasing Whale Store XOXO. I'm watching Us the series, also a GL, and finishing up Petrichor. So Petrichor, The Next Prince, and Love Between Fairy and Devil are going to be ending soon, and then I'll be replacing them with other shows. So right now there's a lot going on my Patreon, but those will clear up as Petrichor, The Next Prince, and what else? And Love Between Fairy and Devil finish, and then I'll be back down to like I think 3 or 4 releases on Patreon, and then 2 releases on YouTube. I do believe that'll be what I'll be doing. So, all right, enough shop talk. We'll go ahead and end it there. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Baby, it's whatever. All this ever, but you long gone, it don't matter. Ride or die.